Hello YouTube, it's me, kentuckycunctator. It's been a while since I've done one of these vlog type things, about over a year. Um, what brought me out of my hibernation was a contest, Beyond the Realms. The guy's named Jason. He's one of the head guys there on the channel here on YouTube, and he's giving away some free stuff. And I'm a cheap bastard, therefore you have this contest entry. Now one of the ways you could get, I guess, two votes in the contest was to list and rattle off your 5 favorite DVDs or Blu-rays. I don't have any Blu-rays. As I aforementioned, I am a cheap bastard. But I do have 5 DVDs here from my collection that I wouldn't necessarily call them the best. These are ones I usually watch the most, and I'm just particularly fond of them. So let's get this over with. The first one. Start off with a nice easy movie, sort of like an easy listening song. I Spit on Your Grave. I bought this off eBay, and it already came signed by Camille Keaton to Jeff. My name's not Jeff. That's all the personal information I'll give away on this. You know too much about me already. But it says, duck the tub. What the fuck does that mean? Duck the tub? I can understand like duck, the bar or something, or is that rubber? I know a guy gets his dick cut off in the tub, but maybe dick in the tub? I don't know what the that tagline's supposed to refer to. I like this movie not because of the rape scenes. That helps it. But no, seriously, I think this movie is in some ways underappreciated. I get a lot of flack for liking this movie from people because they think I'm some sort of sexual sadist or whatever. I'm not. I think this movie has, it's trying to say something, and I would advise anyone who wants to watch this film, get the commentary with Joe Bob Briggs. This is the Millennium Edition. It has a commentary with Joe Bob Briggs and also director Myers Archie. Let Joe Bob sort of guide you through this, right? And you'll be able to appreciate it for what it is. I think a stylistic, obviously it's an exploitation film, but it's more than that. And I know some people will not watch it because of the the rape scenes. I understand that. I'm fine with that. I won't watch a Serbian film because of some of the things, the clips I've seen. Maybe in 10, 15 years, I'll visit that film. But this is one of my favorite films because I guess a lot of people put it down just because of the content. Next film, DVD, Alone in the Dark. This also has a audio commentary with director Jack Shelter. I don't really like Jack Shelter. I have another Jack Shelter film over here. But Alone in the Dark, it's sort of odd. It's a slasher, but it's sort of a combo slasher. There's 4 guys. In a lot of ways, it's sort of like, these 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are let loose after a blackout at their insane asylum basically knocks out the security system. You have Martin Landau, Jack Palance, Donald Pleasance, the guy who played on the A-Team, Dwight Schultz, I think his name is. He's the he's the straight guy. He's the doctor who has the family who is besieged by these madmen. Really good film with some subtext there about insanity and what happens when society starts to break down, who's calling the shots. Donald Pleasance plays a very interesting character, one of sort of a new age kind of guru slash psychiatrist, and you sort of start to think, maybe he's just as insane as the people in the asylum. But very good film, good commentary of Jack Shelter. He sort of takes his work a little too seriously, I think, in some ways, but still, it's a very good film. Especially for a slasher. It's sort of one of the more intellectual slashers, if there is such a thing. Class of 1984. Now this isn't really a horror film, it's more of an exploitation film, but there is a lot of gore in the third act, where you have his character name's Andy Norris, played by Perry King. He's the teacher here. He moves from, I think, Nebraska to an inner city. I can't remember where, but I know it's filmed in Toronto. Another good DVD with a great commentary track with director Mark Lester. A really good film. One of the first of the, you know, the principal, is it Lean on Me? You know, the one with Morgan Freeman, of the, you know, good teacher in bad school, that kind of film. This has, you know, connotations of, you know, what's going on in our schools, and it predicts. It's a very prescient film in terms of it looks forward, you know, 20 years. And at the time, a lot of people thought, oh, that can't really happen. And now, you know, it's, if someone made this, you know, film today, say, oh, it's cliche, you know, all the things that happened in here. But during this time, it was, you know, shocking what was going on. Really good exploitation film. I like it better than Savage Streets. And a really good third act, where you see the sort of pacifist teacher, idealistic, basically, you know, take the law in his own hands, become sort of a vigilante, and with some real gruesome kills towards the end. Check this one out if you haven't. Class of 1984. This is the cult classic film series edition. Just want to show you something. This slipcase is so much better, the cover art, than this crap. What is this? Oh, it was upside down. What is this? You know, this looks like some sort of, you know, cheesy. You know, I could do this on my own printer. This makes, you know, a huge difference in the DVD. Just a little slipcase. Now it sort of has a classy feel to it. 2 more to go. My favorite made-for-TV movie. I think Salem's Lot's my favorite made-for-TV miniseries. But Duel. It's a horror film. It's Jaws, you know, on Interstate, before Jaws came out. This is Steven Spielberg's, technically his directorial debut. It's a made-for-TV movie with Dennis Weaver. Great casting. You can tell the guy who directs this, Spielberg obviously, has talent. It's going to be somebody from watching this, the angles, the way it's shot, the way it's put together, the way it's edited. It also has a subtext there. Weaver plays a character, I think even his name is Man in it. A guy that's sort of pushed around. You can get this from when you watch him interact with his wife on the telephone, where she's basically telling, why didn't you stand up for me at a party? Where she said, well, I was basically raped or something, and why didn't you fight the guy? So he's forced to sort of become a man with this. I keep putting the DVD out of focus here. I'm not good at this. He's forced to become, you know, a man, combat those inner demons, not be such a, you know, puss. And he does all this, great payoff in the end, just a really good made-for-TV movie that, you know, I'm pretty sure it was released in the theaters subsequently because it was so good, based on a short story by Richard Matheson, who basically wrote, you know, him, Rod Serling, what's the other guy? Is it Philip K. Dick? These guys basically wrote half the, you know, fiction, TV fiction of the 20th century. All right, just a prolific writer, great story, well put together. See Spielberg's first film. It has a making on it with Spielberg. Not many extras on here, but this is just a great DVD because it's a great film. Finally, a sequel that gets shit on, right? And the DVD's awful as far as extras. I just love the film, and I watch it all the time. And it's Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Freddy's Revenge, yeah, that's the tagline. All right, a lot of people hate it because it breaks the rules, whatever the fuck the rules are in a Freddy movie. I don't know. I love it because of the subtext. I love it because it's a deeper film. I love it because it's a psychological film. I love it because of Mark Patton's performance. The characters are likable. His friend, Robert Russler, I think it's his name. Yeah. Kim Myers is his girlfriend. She's so, you know, she's like the perfect girlfriend. She's attractive, rich, supportive, nice, and he still has problems, you know, sort of. It's, you know, recently Mark Patton and the screenwriters think it's all about, you know, homosexuality. That's in there. It's also about growing up. It's about refusing to accept any kind of, you know, sexuality. Trying to stay a kid. Um, that's why, you know, you see Freddy as a manifestation every time Mark Patton's character is, you know, basically confronted in a sexual situation. Clu Gulager's in it as his dad. He really plays a good asshole. Clu Gulager's a likable guy in a lot of films. But he plays a very good asshole. That he's not. What I like about Clu Gulager in this, and this will be the last thing I talk about here, he's not over the top abusive dad. He's not, you know, Terry O'Quinn's stepfather kind of dad. He's just that subtle kind of asshole dad that, you know, just before you're going to walk outside, says, did you mow the lawn? All right, you know, just sort of a passive-aggressive kind of dad. He plays it perfectly. It's a really good film. I don't know why people hate it. I think it's better. I can't say it's better than the original because the original creates this franchise. It's a worthy sequel. It does not deserve, you know, the hate. And I think with Mark Patton now coming to conventions and everything, I think hopefully people start to watch this again. Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Bare fucking bones DVD though. Alright, that's my 5 favorite DVDs that I watch a lot. It'll probably be another year before I do another vlog. But I just want to thank Jason and Beyond the Realms for having this contest. It's a really good channel. He answers a lot of comments. If you leave a comment, you watch some of his videos. He's really honest with his reviews. This is me sucking up, trying to get my 2 votes up to maybe 4 or 6. But it's a really good channel. He's just been on. Beyond the Realms has just been around a few months, I think. And he's almost got 1,000 subs. That's like, I think it's 967 more than I have. And I've been on here for about 3 years. But maybe I'll have a contest one of these days. But and to all my subscribers, thank you. I've got some really good subscribers. I got OCP Communications. I got the 3 crazy guys. I got Rambo Rap for Life. I think one of the 3 crazy guys wants to remain nameless, so I won't mention who subbed me from him. But I've got all the people that I really follow have subbed me back, and I really appreciate that. So, signing off, thank you.